Hey, Eric, tell us about your new Nature Exercise Specialist course.
Well, it's a combination of a course and a book because in June of this year, I had the opportunity to speak at a nature medicine conference, literally sponsored by UCLA Medical School. And the local doctor had a bunch of physicians and nurses and people from the Los Angeles and Santa Barbara areas come up for this program where they talked about soil science, they talked about bees and honey, they talked about certain plants and the medicinal aspects of those plants, different types of hybrid fruits and vegetable things that you could plant in a garden, and essentially walking through nature, stretching through nature, and instead of hugging a tree, you can stretch against a tree. But I was so inspired that I don't know, about 2 months later, I wrote this book, which is called Nature Exercise. And yes, it's a course because trainers will probably be talking with some of their clients about how they can exercise in nature, get sunshine, do all these kinds of things. They're very basic, but I think a lot of people in the health and fitness industry have gotten away from basic because they want to be high tech, they want to be more complicated, they want to have all of these types of things. Whereas a daily dose of nature actually may have more profound benefits than people even realized. In Japan, the United States, Israel, the UK, etc., they've done hundreds of research studies on the effect of walking or exercising in the early morning, getting a certain amount of sunshine, grounding, walking with groups, etc., and how it actually impacts things like a person's resting heart rate, their cortisol levels, their resting blood pressure, and other types of behavioral issues. Like people who did this on a regular basis had much less depression than before they started. And so there are just tremendous benefits. In certain countries like Japan, you can actually get a prescription from your doctor for nature exercise. I found it fascinating when I was doing research for this book. And I talk about the best places to do nature exercises because in almost half of the major cities in the United States, New York, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Los Angeles, Miami, Houston, they have dedicated places in these cities where you can go out and you can do exercise and hiking and stuff for miles. And you're not by a freeway, you're not by a bunch of tall buildings, etc. Fascinating when I was doing research for the book. I also have particular types of gear that you should have: hiking shoes, hats, poles, vests, etc. Types of food that you may want to carry with you, like protein bars, electrolytes, etc. And just how you can actually go about the process of changing your mindset from exercising on a spinning bike, which is fine, or being in a class with a bunch of people, to actually taking some of those folks and going out and walking in nature, whether you live in a big city or whether you live in a beach community like I do. The benefits of doing nature exercise, I think, are absolutely phenomenal. And I know that people who do breath work, I know that people who do other types of modalities like fascial healing, etc., they all recommend nature exercise. So I'm happy I wrote the book. The book is on my website, medhealthfit.com. And I think for trainers, health professionals, doctors, etc., this gives a lot of the information, research, and education tools that they can have to actually enhance their practice and their personal training businesses by having people do nature exercise.